I know that it is almost Thanksgiving at the time of filming this, but one question keeps coming up over and over and over again. Okay, I lied. There's like 3 questions that keep coming up. People have been asking me, how do I start a side hustle? People have been asking me, is working with clients a profitable side hustle or real business? And this is actually the number one question that I get. How do I find clients? Let's cue that intro and get this show on the road. Hey guys, my name is Rachel Peterson. I'm a social media strategist who ended up turning her side hustle into a 7-figure agency. Woohoo! If you haven't yet done so, be sure to like this video. Now, while you're here, say hello. I love seeing who's here. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments below this video. And don't mind that my roots are gray because my hair was greasy, and because we have photos tomorrow, I didn't want to wash it, so I put too much baby powder, aka dry shampoo, in my hair. But don't judge. Lots of people do it. So I wanted to share a couple things. First and foremost, is it too late to start a side hustle in 2020, 2021? Absolutely not. In fact, you can start a side hustle at any point in time, whenever you feel like you're ready to start securing a little, bag on the side. Secure that bag, make it happen. The thing is, basically, you have to make sure that you have the bandwidth. And if you are a parent and you're working in a 9-to-5 and times are really busy, and you're also taking on the extra, not burden, but challenge of homeschooling your kids, it can be more challenging to also tack on putting on a side hustle. So the first thing that I want to challenge you guys to recognize is, do you actually have the bandwidth? Now, some good signs that you may have the bandwidth and didn't even realize it include, number 1, maybe you look at your screen time reports on your phone and realize that you're spending more time on hobbies. What is that game called? Candy Crush, right? Or anyone else absolutely love, this is the game that I'm addicted to, Toon Blast. If you're spending a lot of time on Toon Blast or watching Netflix or, spending time watching TV every evening, that's a good sign that if you're motivated and ready to make it happen, that you could replace some of that chill time at night with potentially starting a side hustle. But I also want to encourage you guys to realize, nobody is superhuman. Nobody's a machine. So if you're in a season where you're already feeling completely burnt out, it may not be the right time to add a side hustle. But side hustles can be an awesome addition. I am curious, have you ever thought of adding a side hustle? Let me know in the comments below. I see Jay's here. Awesome. So there are so many different paths that you can go to for side hustles. You could, here are the ones I see commonly. Some people will start like a drop shipping business. Some people will start creating like homemade crafts. Some people start service-based businesses in their neighborhood, whether it's cleaning or window washing or mowing lawns. I know that a lot of those don't seem like super big businesses, but they can actually turn into booming, successful businesses, and real massive empires down the road if it's something you're passionate about. Some people will start drop shipping. Some people will start all kinds of different things. Now, the path I went into and accidentally started an entire career passion was becoming a social media manager. If you're watching and you have interest in becoming a social media manager, say me in the comments. Why did I become a social media manager? So I was a hairstylist. I know you wouldn't guess it from my gray hair right now, but I was a hairstylist, and one of my clients came in one day and she was like, I want you to basically show me your tweeter. And I was like, show you my what? And it turns out they own this company, her and her husband, and she was super confused about social media. And so at that point in time, I didn't feel like a massive expert in social media and or marketing. And truth be told, I wasn't yet, but I knew more than she did. And I was able to act as an expert to them and serve as a really great guide and expert in their business at that point in time. And so it's interesting because it started as a little side hustle, making $15, $18, $25 an hour for a couple different clients. And then I jumped into marketing fully, and I didn't realize that I would end up turning a little side biz, a side hustle, into an agency that's done multiple seven figures. That so kind of blows my mind a little bit, especially being a mom of 3 from Minnesota. But the biggest thing to keep in mind is like, number one, what is going to fit into my life at this point in time versus becoming all time consuming. That's part of the reason why I went the route of being a social media manager. It fit, it worked, it made sense. But one of the things that I also really liked about it was that it was low cost of entry. I could watch some YouTube videos, I could pay for courses once I secured clients or once like the budget made sense for that. But I could really just go secure clients and make sure that the business was profitable from day one. That was super important to me. So I secured clients and learned how to deliver as I went. Now, there's a fine line between fake it until you make it and being a total fraud. But if you ever read the backstories of a lot of huge successes, they say yes first and figure out how to do it later. Of course, if you don't figure it out, you may have to create some refunds, pay people back. But I highly recommend, if you want to go all in on this, to realize you're never going to know everything. And even things that you spend time learning, you will not understand fully until you implement it for someone else. So if fear is holding you back and you're like, I don't have time to learn everything, you don't have to learn everything. The way that most masters become masters is through studying continually for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but also implementing at the same time. Now, I learned that in hair school. One of the things that shocked me was people would come in and get like perms and hair colors and cuts from the students in hair school. And sometimes, you guys, it was bad. It was really bad. And so the interesting thing is, I also think about like doctors, and you don't get discounts if a resident is doing the work or even if an intern is doing the work. And so you have to keep that in mind. You may already know more than you think you do, and you may be ready to take on a side hustle. So like I said, I went the route of being a social media manager because it was profitable from day one. So I refused to invest into a website. I refused to invest into a logo. This is super not popular with a lot of circles. People get so mad when I say this, and this is totally fine. You don't have to have a website from the get-go. You don't have to have a fancy logo. I created mine in Canva. My first lead magnet was hideously ugly. And my first email list was just a CSV that I manually emailed when people opted in. So truth be told, you can bootstrap a lot of these pieces. Now, once you become short on time and once there is a little more finance behind you, you can start to invest into things that make your life easier. For example, you can invest into programs that help you secure clients faster. You can invest into challenges and mentorship that challenge you and help you to grow your business more profitably, with more success, with more expertise. You can also invest into team and or software that saves you time and helps you to deliver more excellence. You can tell I'm ramping up here, by the way, because I get really passionate when we start talking about bootstrapping. I'm so passionate about bootstrapping. Even to this day, even though both of our businesses do 7 figures, to this day, I'm always asking, what is the most cost-effective way that we can build this? Without a doubt, that is an important part of our business and our decision-making process. We're not trying to waste money. I want to be an incredible steward of the money that we make. So the question I have for you is, are you able to jump on in and make things happen with a little bit of investment? Do you want to just like jump in and secure a client and then figure things out as you go? Comment below and let me know. What have you been learning so far in this video? I can't wait to connect with you further in the comments on this video. Another thing to ask yourself though is this something that if it takes off, I will be passionate about and I will enjoy it? Now, chances are, if you've created social media content before for yourself or for platforms, maybe you've done TikTok videos or even YouTube video editing, and if you've enjoyed it and you're like, I really like this process of social media and content creation, there's a good chance that becoming a social media manager could be a good fit for you. Now, the reason that I want you to also think about like something that you're passionate about is because if you actually enjoy what you're doing, you won't work a day in your life. And you've probably heard that before and rolled your eyes, not my quote. But the truth is, if you take on a role that you enjoy some of the way, like according to Jeff Bezos, 50% of the time, it's so much more enjoyable. For example, I love creating content. I love putting together marketing strategies. So what we do for clients and what I get to teach people as well, it's so enjoyable for me. And so if you start with a side hustle that has some things that you like from the get-go, there's a good chance that as it grows, you may find yourself saying, you know what, I want to do this full time. This is a real legit career for me. This is something I want to do forever. And I just think it's one of the most fascinating things how that can happen. And I didn't expect when I started this side hustle for it to become a 7-figure agency, for us to work with some of the biggest brands in the world. It's been fascinating. Another thing as well to keep in mind is that the reason I like going into client services, done for you services as a freelancer, is because you can decide how many hours you have available. Do you want to spend 5 hours a week working for clients? Do you want to scale up to 10 or 15? Are you in a season where you're ready to make the jump and leave your 9 to 5 at some point? By the way, let me know in the comments below. Where are you at with your business? Does this describe you? Would you say like, yes, this sounds accurate? Let me know because I'm excited to hear kind of where you're at in this journey. Do you want to leave your 9 to 5? Is it something you want to do full time? Is it something you want to kind of tiptoe into and see how it feels? Have you had a passion for marketing? Do you enjoy creating social media content? And then the last question that I get the most is, where do I find clients? And I actually put together an entire guide for you. This is 80 ways that I find clients. It's 80 of the best ways to find clients. Most of these are free and or cheap. And also, if you sign up for this free guide, 80 ways to find clients, around January 1st of 2021, we are going to be launching a Get Your First or Your Next Client Challenge. And this is gonna be totally free, which is so exciting. So you guys may say like, this is something I want to do. I want to learn from this challenge how to secure clients. I'm super excited about that challenge. It'll be coming out, like I said, Q1 of 2021. So if you're watching this after Q1, email my team at hello@rachelpeterson.com so you can get access on the next challenge. But I will drop the link to this. It's my free guide, 80 ways to find clients. And I know this will serve some of you guys exactly where you're at, but also if you sign up for that, then you'll get some nurturing emails from me every single week where I share with you tips, advice about marketing, being a freelancer, working as a social media manager, Facebook ads, different social media platforms. And I want to support you along the journey as much as I can. So make sure you grab those 80 ways to secure clients. It has been awesome spending this time with you guys for the last, little bit. Be sure that you subscribe to my channel because every single week I produce anywhere from 3 to 5 free trainings, ad-free. You heard it here first, ad-free. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye for now. Hey guys. Oh, it says unable to start video. Well, that was not what I expected, so maybe I lied. Nope. That's pretty funny. This is me. I'm ready. Just kidding. I'm not ready.